Hi everyone, I'm intending that you are well, happy and whole on this day. Coming to deliver a message that I was receiving last night about Google Gurus. Google Gurus. What is that? A Google Guru is an individual who is constantly hopping, boom, 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 from one practice, belief, all these things. So I'm gonna just name off a few things. I'm a witch, I'm a psychic, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a Reiki practitioner, I am a yoga instructor, yoga teacher. What do you want to learn? A Google Guru. As a divine being, streaming, receiving, and beaming truth to you, I can discern, because I've earned the ability to discern, when people just are not it, when they're not in the space to be saying that they're teachers, to be asking people what they want to learn. If you're a teacher, you have a lesson, you have a plan already. You're not asking anyone what they need to learn. You're moving in purpose and power, in peace. I can't stand for young and old individuals who are attached to titles here, because these titles, I told you, we use them. I don't use them, but I'm a part of this collective, so I'm not going to count myself out. We use them as crutches. They literally, instead of developing that foundation I'm always talking about, everyone uses their titles as crutches, as a sense of empowerment. What would you be without those papers that you paid very poor people for to teach and preach? And you know, I say this all the time as well. I'm not talking about anything I don't have at least over a decade of experience in. Experience that has accumulated and amounted to wisdom. I'm not sharing anything with you all that I'm not being. How could you? How could you? It's so deeply offending. Witnessing all these millions of scammers, because that's what you are. Helicopter overhead. Witnessing these scammers scam you out of your time, energy, attention, and intention. It's not right and it's not fair. And that's why I was like, Google Gurus, I have to share. Seriously. I'm never asking any of you what you want to learn, because I am consciously connected to the life around me, so I know what you need to move through your tragedy, your trauma, your elusive imaginations, the titles, the props, all those things. How could you call yourself a teacher, a healer, spend so much time and money, and still be a scammer? One thing I learned is, and this is when I went to school for television, radio, and film production, the way that education was set up was we were always integrated. We were hands-on. So that when we got out into the field, we would be prepared to move in our purpose. All these people in spiritual disciplines, what you do not understand is that 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, even 5 years is not enough for you to be out here like, hey, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm going to help you heal. And I'm going to tell you this from the bottom of my heart and the truth that is my roof. All of these people have relationship problems, self-esteem problems, lack of discipline and self-control, emotions that always take a toll. Hear me when I say, I'm not here to play these games. And if it offends you, honey, that's where you need to pay attention and move your energy. Process of progress. I say it all the time. I can't stand for it, because the work that you undo, those of us who are really moving through that stream and beam, with hearts as light as a feather and no tether, like, it's more work for us to do. And it's not fair for you to be so selfish because you honor King Ego instead of King Soul, because you have no flow. So eager, everyone's so eager to just be like, boom, this is it, boom, this is that. Like, allow yourself to have experience that will equate to wisdom before you try to come out here teaching anyone, young people. And I'm saying this, I don't care if you're 50 or 60, if you're 20 or 23. I fall in between, right in between. I'm not as young as I look. The space that I'm occupying, which is this body, I'm fortunate enough to retain my youth. Hold on, I gotta excuse these bugs. Bugs really love me. Bees, flies, all the guys. The bug, the insects. I'm not talking about human guys, fuck those things. Everyone needs to just really humble themselves. Yes, I'm an ordained minister. And no, I will never restrict myself into that title. Why? Because I am beyond the entrapments of this dark matter energy. I'm beyond it. And so are you. And you're worth more. And you're worthy enough for me to explore this topic, you know? I'm going to keep posting what I post and sharing what I share, which is wisdom from experience accumulated. Applied knowledge. Not something I just read about on Google and I'm like making a little document so I can teach people. That's not a teacher, sweetie or sweetheart. It's not a teacher. And it sucks. The community is misled by the leaders. The family units are not whole and intact because even the parents that are supposed to be adults don't have foundations. Yeah, I'm talking about Google gurus right now, but it all ties into that. It's so unfair how people will go from culture to culture, ethnic group to ethnic group, essentially not even embodying their practices, but just like nitpicking and taking to put into themselves instead of being the stream that you were meant to be. Your soul knows the flow. And constantly resisting it is so... Ooh. And Austin said, hey, you need to come out here and check. Austin is so humble. She doesn't say anything about anyone. But if something irritates her, oh, Ling, my earth angel, I'm going to come out here and speak about it. Sweeties and sweethearts, sit down, ground yourself, find yourself before you try to go out here and teach people, because it's unfair. It really is. And I will master anything in less than a week. I will master anything in less than a week. People who meet me say, what don't you know how to do? What don't you know? And I don't claim to know anything. And I don't claim to be able to do everything. But what I do know is that I am a stream and I can beam all kinds of things. And what I do not beam or stream is dark matter energy. I've never worked with dark entities. Tarot. Anyone who knows me, when I first started doing tarot, I was very hesitant to even do readings because my soul was so discerning. Okay? Stop playing. Stop playing these games. You don't want to be trapped here on this prison planet. And you're doing that by honoring these dark energies and entities hovering over these beings that you see every day. And I'm sorry you can't see it, but if you develop yourself enough, your discernment will come. If you trust your intuition enough, even that, just a little thing. Sometimes we even just hit this one thing of resistance. Pay attention. That's how you develop your intuitiveness, your discernment. But that's my piece for today. This beautiful necklace I made. I have it on my wrist though because I don't like things tight on my neck. Feels kind of weird. I don't know how people do it, but peace, blessings and bliss your way.